Hey everyone, and welcome to this SolidWorks Gearbox tutorial in which we will learn how to model this bottom housing for the gearbox in SolidWorks. So let's begin. So open a new part file, make sure that you're working in mmgs, or you can say millimeters as units. Then select the top plane and click on sketch. Then select the center rectangle and create a rectangle at the origin like this. After that, let's select the Smart Dimensioning tool and specify the length of this line as 350 millimeters and specify the length of this line as 150 millimeters. After that, select this sketch fillet and select this entire sketch and apply a 10 fillet to all the corners. After that, go to features and select extruded boss and extrude it up to 10 by specifying blind as direction 1. Okay. After that, I will find a plane that cut this part in half like this. For my case, this is the front plane, as you can see it from here. I will right click on this front plane and click on sketch. Then I will select the line and I will create a sketch like this. And I will close the sketch like this. Okay. Now let's specify the dimensions. So select Smart Dimensioning tool and select these two lines and specify the distance between these two lines as 20 millimeters. Then specify the length of this horizontal line as 310 millimeters. After that, specify the length of this line as 19.5 millimeters. Then specify the length of this mid line as 250 millimeters. Okay, then this would be 40.5. Click OK button from here. Okay, then specify the length of this line as 100 and similar, this is going to be 100, and then I will specify the length of this line as 50 Now the sketch is fully defined, as you can see it from here as well. Make sure that your vertical lines are vertical. You can assign the vertical relation to the vertical lines and horizontal relation to the horizontal lines. Go to features and select extruded boss base. We need to extrude it up to 8 so I will specify here 8 I will make sure that I have checked this merge result, this box, and then I will select the offset, and you need to specify here the offset as 52 as you can see it from here, and make sure that the direction of extrusion is same as direction of offset. As you can see it from here, the arrow direction is the same as the direction of offset. Then check this box. If you want to specify any color, any material, you can specify. This is an optional thing. Then I will select this inner side face, this face, and click on sketch. Now before making the sketch, I want to clarify you about the bigger side and the smaller side, because I will call the bigger side and the smaller side while making the sketch, right? So I will create here a corner rectangle like this from end to end. It is already fully defined, so I will create here a circle and another one here. After that, I will select the Smart Dimensioning tool and I will specify the diameter of the circle on the bigger side as 72 and the circle on the smaller side as 85 Okay, then I will keep this as reference and I will specify the distance here 55.5 and the distance between the center of the circle as 125. Okay, then I will select the trim entities. By using the power trim, I will trim this area and then I will check the box, go to features and select extruded boss base, and then I will specify here in the other direction. So I will flip the direction from here, specify the length of extrusion 23 and make sure to merge the results. Check this box, merge results. Okay, I will uncheck it intentionally to show you the error and check the box. Okay, so then I want the same features to be mirrored on the other side, so I will select this front plane, basically that cut this part in half like this. Then I will select the mirror and mirror. Then I will select the last two extrude boss and check the box. So as you can see, one of the extrude box is not available. So I will remove, or you can say delete, the mirror. Then I will select this edit feature for the last extrude, and then I will check this merge results. Now if I try to mirror this thing on the other side, as you can see, features to mirror window, I will select these last two extrude, as you can see from here, then check the box. Then it will allow me to mirror both the features to the other side. So that's basically the benefit of doing the merge results. Edit this last boss extrude, then select this corner. You will find this relation, so delete this relation, select this relation and click on delete. Then I want you to drag this sketch and move it like this on the other side. Then select smart dimensioning tool and specify the distance between these two lines as 10 mm. After that, I want you to hold control key and select these two lines and make relation collinear. I did it because I want it to be a little bit up, as you can see it from here. Now select this lower surface and click on sketch. Okay, and now we have to select the line tool and create a horizontal line like this. Again select the line and create a line here. Okay, after that you have to hold the control key, select this line and select this edge, make relation coincident, and do the same here. Hold control key, select these 2 points and make relation coincident. Then select the line and connect these two endpoints. Again select the line and create a sketch like this, and then complete this sketch. This sketch has turned into blue, which means that this is now watertight or closed sketch, which means that this sketch is ready for extrusion. Now on the other side we're gonna make more or less the same sketch. Hold control key, select this line, this endpoint, make relation coincident, do the same here on the other side. Then meet these two edges with the line tool, and after that you have to close the sketch like this. It will turn into blue. So after creating this sketch, select this fillet, specify 5 mm the radius, make sure that this is clear and then apply the fillet to only these 4 corners, then check the box. So sketch fillet has been applied. Now you have to go to features and select extruded boss base and then extrude it up to 10 millimeters and then check the box from here. Okay, after that select this face and click on sketch. We have to close this area. For that I will create a corner rectangle. From this corner to this corner, create a corner rectangle, then select extruded boss base, extrude it up to 5 mm in outside direction and check the box. Since we want the same extrude on the other side, so I will mirror it by using the right plane, which is basically cutting this part in half. This is the right plane which is pre-selected. In features to mirror, I will select that face and check the box, and as you can see this mirrored. After that select this face and click on sketch, and make sure that your bigger side is on the left side, otherwise you can rotate and create sketch on the other side. You need to create here 4 corner rectangles like this. After that hold control key, select these 4 lines, make relation equal from here or from here, it's up to you. Then check the box. Then select smart dimensioning tool and specify the length of one line as 8 millimeters. Automatically the length of other lines will get the same dimension. So The distance from here is going to be 22.5. The distance here is 50. The distance between these two lines and the distance between these two lines is going to be 64 millimeters. And lastly, the distance between these two lines is going to be 40. Okay, so after that you can go to features and select extruded boss base and extrude it up to other surface. So I will select here up to surface and select this other surface. Then I will check the box. We don't need the inner these walls, so I will cut it. So I will select this top face and click on sketch. Then I will create a corner rectangle inside like this from end to end. Then go to feature, then select extruded cut and extrude it up to surface, and here I mean up to bottom surface, this surface. Check the box. As you can see, they are gone and we have got the required sketch on both sides. Now select this face and click on sketch, and again you need to make sure that the bigger area or the bigger side is on the left side. So I will create a circle here. You have to hover over the circular edge in order to get the midpoint. Then select the line and create the line like this here, and same on the other side. Okay, now I will select the smart dimensioning tool and I will specify the diameter of this side as 105, and the diameter of this circle, which is on the bigger side, this is 92 mm. Then I will specify the angle between the line and this edge as 30, and the same on the other side. This angle is going to be the 30. So the whole sketch is the reference sketch. So I will select the entire sketch and make it as construction geometry, which means that it will be turned into the center lines. Now I will select a circle and create a circle at this point. The whole purpose of doing creating this geometry was to get the circle at this point. These two circles should be of equal diameter and 8 mm. Select the circular pattern. Since we want multiple holes here, so I will use the circular pattern. In entities to pattern, I will select the circle, as you can see it from here. Since I want the 6 circles here, so I will specify here 6 and then check the box. Again, I will select the circular pattern from here. Then in the first window I will select this midpoint, and in the bottom window, which is the entities to pattern, I will select the circle, specify 6 circles and check the box. Since I want the same circles to be cut on the other side, so I will cut through holes here, specify through all and check the box. It's up to you if you want to create the holes up to some depth like 5 mm, 6 mm. It's up to you, but I have created here through holes. And here I want to apply the fillet of radius 3 mm to these 4 edges. Okay, check the box it from here. Then I will select this top face and click on sketch. So here I am creating the holes in order to assemble the bottom and the top housing. Since the whole of this rectangle is for reference, so I have make it as construction geometry. Then from this side to this line, the distance is going to be 8 mm, and similar to this dimension, this is going to be 8 mm. So this is the reference sketch that I've created. Now here I have to create 4 circles, 2 on the corners and 2 in the mid. So I will specify the diameter of only one circle as 9 mm. Then since all the circles should be of the same dia, so I will hold Control key and select all of these circles, as you can see it from here, and make relation equal. As soon as I make relation equal, all of them will get the diameter of 9 mm automatically. I want the holes to be mirrored on the other side, so I will create a reference center line here at the midpoint. make sure that this is vertical, so you can assign the vertical relation to this. Then select the mirror entities. In this very first window, entities to mirror window, I will select the 4 circles, and then in the mirror about window I will select the center line so that it can get mirrored on the other side. Okay, then I will select the smart dimensioning tool and specify the distance between these lines. So this is going to be 42 mm. When I assign this dimension, automatically the other side, or you can say the mirrored area, will get the same dimension because this is the mirror image. And make sure that this is your bigger side and the other one is the smaller side. After that, you can create 2 circles on the bigger side, and you know what I mean by bigger side, which I have explained you earlier in this tutorial. Okay, then select these 3 circles and make relation equal, so that these new circles can get the same diameter as the previous. And here specify the distance as well, 35 mm. Okay, after that you can go to feature and select extruded cut, and here specify up to next and check the box. And now we have to make some modifications, but before that let me save this part. So go to file, click on save as, and save this as bottom housing, and then hit the enter button. Select this face and click on normal to. So this right here is the bigger side and this is the smaller side. Okay, so we need to change something from here. So select this area and click on edit sketch. Okay, so as you can see, we have got 72 on the bigger side, so we need to change it. We have to assign 85 mm on the bigger side and 72 mm on the smaller side. Then exit the sketch. You will get this error because we need to change this as well. So select this inner face and click on edit sketch. We only have to change we only have to flip the diameters. So the 92 will get 105 and 105 will get 92. So only change these diameters, 92. Then you can exit the sketch. Okay, you can drag this design tree until here. So in our first extrude, go to sketch and select the edit sketch. So this 350 needs to change and make it as 365 instead. Exit the sketch from here. Okay, and then one by one I will check if we have to make some changes. Okay, in the second sketch select the edit sketch and change this 310, so it's gonna be 320. Okay, now exit the sketch. Now due to these changes I will see that if the mirrors are gonna get changed or okay. So here we have found some error. Let me show you the error. So as you can see it from here, this boss extrude is fine. We have mirrored this boss extrude on the other side, so we have got the gap here. So I will delete this mirror and then I will select this face and click on sketch. Instead of mirroring it, let's create the sketch here. So select the corner rectangle and create a corner rectangle from end to end. Go to feature, select extruded boss face and extrude it up to 5 mm in the outward direction. Check the box. Now the only thing we need to do is to drag this design tree until end so that we can get all the features. So that's all for this tutorial, guys, in which we have learned how to model the bottom housing for the gearbox. So that's all for this video, guys. If you find this video helpful, then please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching and see you in the next tutorial.